There's some people over in Germany that were playing God. They attempted to rescue a humpback whale named Timmy, and Timmy just wanted to die. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I I was following this story closely, as I do all whale stories, and Timmy just wanted to die. He was done. This this thing called life. This they call it the rat race too. They don't have rats there, but they call it the rat race too. He was done. Timmy was checking out. He was feeling a little bit down and out. Some people call it depression. I don't know. Whatever it was. We can't get inside this whale's head, but Timmy was clearly done. He kept getting stranded. He kept getting like a beach whale type of thing. I don't think he was fully on the beach. I think he was like in some like shallow area. But either way, he kept getting himself in these situations. I think it was like 3 times where Timmy the whale had to keep getting put back into the ocean. Oh, Timmy, he's stuck again. He is stuck again. And there was people that said, "Hey, this is actually him saying he's done. He's over it." Have you ever heard of a dog just walking out into the woods, laying down, and they go to die? This is the natural order of things. You're playing God. You're playing God right now. Why are you doing this? Timmy just wanted to die. There's a natural order to things. Timmy just wanted to die. This animal spent weeks stranded in the Baltic Sea. Instead of letting nature take its course or listening to the actual marine biologist who said the animal was too weak to survive, a pair of multimillionaires decided to drop 1.5 million euros to play God. They uh they didn't care. I don't care what you say, marine biologist. You say that this animal is too weak to survive. Have they There's always a price. Do they have a number? Is 1.5 million euros enough? I think I think that a little bit of money will have Timmy realizing that there are people that care. We care. We want to make sure that Timmy knows that we are here. I don't care if Timmy is depressed. I don't care if he's too weak. He doesn't want to go on. He's gonna go on. He's got to go on. This is our moment. They loaded this 12-ton creature onto a flooded barge and hauled it out to the North Sea. You you can't die here, Timmy. You can't die here. We have things to do. And people didn't hear the marine biology story. The fact that the marine biologists were saying, "Hey, this animal is way too weak. This animal should not be moved." People weren't hearing that. Most people didn't even see the fact that that was a cause for alarm for these people that have spent their lives. And I get it. Fuck the experts, whatever. It's like I'm not saying that all the power should solely be on the experts, but if somebody that does have an expertise in the field that you're just happening to dip your toes in, you're just trying to try some things out with, maybe just listen to them. Maybe just listen to them. But it was a great story when Timmy was finally being hauled out, when they dropped 1.5 million euros to haul this sick whale out. It was a great story. It was a good feel good story. It was the story people needed. You got all these crazy things. You got people trying to kill the president. You got scary future technology that's just gonna end up taking over and enslaving all of us. You got these fucking algorithms and social media platforms that are either spying on us or selling our data. You got all of these scary, scary things in the world. People need a feel good story. People need a feel good story. And if you looked at the comments in the videos that were covering this story, it was I had to look. I don't usually look at the comments too much. It's not one of those things where it's like a light to a bug or a moth to a flame type of thing for me. It's not one of those things where I go straight to the comments. But sometimes I do notice that I do want to see what the comments say. I just want to see what people are saying. Best news story for a long time. Godspeed, Timmy. People want to feel good. So thank you, Arthur, for wishing Timmy good luck. He's gonna need it. He's gonna need it because people care. Stay safe, Timmy. With love from UK. It's important. It's important that this whale knows how much it is loved. So what if you call it playing God? So what if you say this whale was too weak? What do the marine biologists know? What do they even know? What do they even do? What do we not know at this point? Everybody knows about whales. They're supposed to be in the water. We all know that. Everybody knows that about whales. They're supposed to be in the water. Oh my God. God with GAWD. That's why it's God. Oh my God. This makes me so happy with like six O's. Thank you, heroes, for never giving up on him. Humanity lives. These multimillionaires, they're on to do more God's work after this. They are on to do more of God's work. Wonderful. Thank you to all involved and to all the financiers. Hope he makes it. You sure gave him a fighting chance. With thanks from Scotland. The countries are reigning in. The different places, the people are this is their battle cry. They need this. They need a feel good story. They need to know that Timmy the whale is not alone. We're doing so much bad. We're doing so much bad. All you hear about is all of the ecological disasters that we've caused or that we're maybe causing or in the process of causing. Global warming. You think about littering. Think about the fucking turtle with the straw up its nose. You're thinking about all of these things. And then you see Timmy the whale. And you want to say, hey, that's my species. This is why I like to be a person. Because look at this. Not everybody is so shitty. Not everybody just looks at the world or the earth as, you know, something that is subservient to us, something that we live on and it's ours. It's amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I told you, it's amazing. Thank you to the donors and all those who took on this mammoth task. Extraordinary. It's extraordinary. This is this is what you do for people. This is what you do. You help them see the good in humanity, the light in our species. You're helping them. And it took a while. It was nothing but happy ending. Good luck, Timmy. God bless those good people who helped her. It's Timmy. I guess, it doesn't matter. It's 2026. Who am I to say? Who am I to say? I didn't mean to misgender. I thought Timmy was a male whale. A male whale. I thought Timmy was a male whale. But whatever. God bless those good people who helped her to transfer to her region. Beautiful story by the news agency. This is beautiful. This is what we need. This is what we need. There's so much bad. But I finally did. I found one. I found one where somebody was like, hey, wait a minute. Not to glass half empty this thing, but the important part is that the whale's condition has noticeably improved before the rescue attempts, and apparently he is able to swim well on his own, showing no sign of weakness. It's going to be weeks until we know that he can apparently feed himself. If we will ever know, just as likely he may become stranded again soon. This seems a little bit pessimistic. And they quickly got on board. They said, hey, wait a minute. This was a feel good story. And they replied, let's just think positive and hope he lives a long, happy life. So I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're saying. Somebody else said, hey, that's not even true. It's not even true. This is fake news, lies, misinformation. What are you doing? This isn't even true. This isn't even true. What is this because what? You think they're playing God? You're saying it was too weak to survive on its own, but it was getting better. The marine biologist said that the animal is too weak to survive. Nobody's listening to the marine biologists. Even the ones that are against this, they're not listening to the marine biologists. It's getting better. The the happy ending wasn't so happy. The happy ending was a total disaster. The rescue team released Timmy off the coast of Denmark on May 2nd, but they didn't just release him, they reportedly dumped him into a busy shipping lane. It happens. I know, I know, I know. I know it feels like this was malpractice. This was just a fuck up, you know, with lack of better words. It was a mistake. It was an oopsie. It was a whoopsie daisy. I am sorry. They released him in a busy shipping lane. I think these multimillionaires actually there's two different things here. Either one, they were seeing this whale. Either way, they ignored the marine biologist because fuck them, right? What do they know, right? I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. What are you gonna do? What money can you drop? Oh, you don't have money to do this? Shut up. We don't care about your degrees. We don't care about your expertise. Either way, they weren't listening to the marine biologist. But you have story number one. These multimillionaires said, "Hey, we got Timmy the whale here. He keeps he keeps getting stranded. I know they're saying he's weak. He's not weak. He just needs to know that people care. He needs to know that people love him, that people are here, that people are willing to drop 1.5 million euros." And maybe these multimillionaires in this first story, they wanted to be that person. They wanted to be the person that says, "Yes, Timmy, we do care. We can drop that money." And as an added bonus, as icing on the cake, we actually also get a little bit of good PR from this. We look good. We look great. We look amazing. We're the multimillionaires that care. Think about what people are saying. I'm so glad somebody's doing that. I'm so happy, so grateful for the financiers. This is what they want to hear. They want to hear that not all rich people are evil, because that's what's being sold to you in the media, in the movies, in the shows. Literally, think in any time it's gotten to the point where I'm actually spoiling movies for myself, because anytime it's like the rich person or something like that, and it's like figure out who's the bad guy or whatever, it's like it's gonna be the fucking rich one. It's gonna be the rich one, because that's what people wanna see that. That's the other times. That's most of the time. 95% of the time, they want to feel enraged. They want to feel like the evil rich people out there are ruining this world. It's not fair. It's not fair that they have so much money. This is why you can have multimillionaires saying that billionaires shouldn't exist. This is why you have people like AOC saying billionaires shouldn't be a thing, that you can't ethically make $1 billion. They want to feel like this 95% of the time. But sometimes, 5% of the time, they want to feel good. They want a feel good story. They want to say that, hey, there's some good ones out there. There's a lot of shitty rich people, but that was one of the good ones. This is story number one. Story number one doesn't sound too bad. It does sound a little reckless, a little bit naive. There's still these rich people that were saying, "Hey, fuck the saying and the advice of marine biologists. We know better because we're richer." That's probably where a little bit of negligence comes in. But other than that, you know what? They might have had a good heart. They might have actually wanted to help Timmy the whale. Maybe they wanted to help Timmy. Maybe they wanted to help Timmy feel loved. And it was just an added bonus that they got some good PR. All of these evil people that are rich, that are hated, that people have already set their sights on, maybe, just maybe, we will be able to fan the fire away from us. We'll be able to keep our hands clean with all of this. We're one of the good ones. So when people come and they break in and they say, "Eat the rich," and they say, "Fuck you," and "You're evil," and all of these things, you can say, "Hey, think about Timmy the whale. Think about Timmy. I know you're mad." And they're gonna get even more upset. Be like, "Are you fucking serious? I said say your last words. You think, why are you talking to me about Timmy the whale?" And then like, just hear me out. Do you remember the story about Timmy the whale? And they're gonna take their mask off and be like, "Hell yeah, I heard about Timmy the whale. That was the story I needed. I was in a very dark place. I think it was 2026, and yeah, the future felt bleak. It felt unknown in the worst of ways possible. And then, poof, a story about an amazing whale that just wanted to be freed, that was not too weak to be freed. It fell into my lap, and yeah, it honestly changed my perspective on life for a couple of years. I haven't thought about Timmy the whale in years, man, in years. in years. And they're all going to be sidetracked. They're not even going to be realizing. They're not going to remember why they're actually in this house. They're not going to remember the fact that they wanted to kill this person. For a second, they're going to be thinking about Timmy. Timmy the whale. Timmy the sing-songing whale. And what can I say? Timmy is he is a beacon of hope, inspiration. So of course, you're going to be able to suck the oxygen out of the room by bringing up Timmy the whale. Do you remember Timmy the whale? Of course I do. Why the fuck are you bringing up Timmy the whale? I told you where is your safe. I just want to know where your fucking safe is. Like, I know. You're angry. But the reason why I brought up Timmy the whale is because I was the one that freed him. I saved him. I was the one that spent that money to take him to the sea. No fucking way. Bullshit. Shut the fuck up. I swear to God, I swear to God. And they're not gonna believe you. They're gonna think it's bullshit. They needed this story, but there was a part of them that felt like this guy's not real. The multimillionaires that actually did this it's one of those good things you hear about, but you never really see. It makes you feel good. Good is out there, but I don't see it. Whatever. This is you? Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Like, I swear to God, I could prove it. I could prove it. And there's gonna be the impatient one to the side. That's gonna tell him, hey man, fuck this guy. Let's end him right now. Be like, hold on. You could prove it. You could prove that you saved Timmy the whale, that you were the one. I swear to God, I was the one that saved him. Okay, prove it. It's in this room over here. You keep the gun on my back the whole time. I do anything, you shoot. But it's over here. I don't know, man. I don't like the look of this. Hey, shut the fuck up. It's Timmy the whale. You remember that story. You remember how good it made us feel. You remember how we stopped everything in that moment just to think about how good it made us feel. We needed that feel-good story in that moment. All right. Let's go. Get up. And you're going to go to this room where you have the article framed and hanging on your wall, along with other various trophies, some even from your Little League days as a child. You've kept it all. And you're going to point to it and you say, see, that's me. I did that. And they're going to double take. They're going to look back and forth between you and the article. And they're going to start laughing. And they're going to say, hey, you saved this fucking guy. You saved Timmy the whale. You saved Timmy the whale. Can you believe he was about to blow this fucking guy's brains off? And then the impatient one is laughing and shit too, because, they love Timmy. They love Timmy the whale too. It did make him feel good too. But remember, he read a little bit further, and he actually kept up with Timmy the whale. And he said, hold on. Didn't you drop Timmy in a fucking busy shipping lane when you brought him to the sea? And they're just gonna look right at him, and your heart's gonna fucking drop, because they knew. You didn't think anybody would continue reading. They knew. And yeah, they do rob you. They do get the code to your safe. They open it up and they open up your head. They open up your skull. You didn't save anything. You didn't fix anything. You just delayed it. This was inevitable. It was going to happen anyways. They don't like rich people. No matter how many whales you save. No matter how many whales that you save. They dumped him right into a busy shipping lane, and to make it even more of a catastrophe, the GPS tracker they attached to him The one that was supposed to prove the mission was a success isn't working. The experts at the German oceanographic, that feels like a intentionally overcomplicated word. Oceanographic Museum, I did it right that time. A German oceanographic museum are now saying he's highly likely dead because he was too exhausted to swim in deep water and probably just sank or got hit by a freighter. And I'm not trying to laugh at Timmy. That's not what I'm laughing at. Okay? I'm not laughing at the whale that is impaled. The male whale impaled. I'm not laughing at Timmy, okay? I'm not laughing at Timmy. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at the fact that the marine biologists are they're having a day right now because it feels like they should be celebrating because they were right, they were vindicated, they knew what they were talking about, but it's also it's a sad story. It's it's a sad. So yes, they feel vindicated. They feel like they were finally proven right. We knew what we were talking about. We knew what we were talking about. You you just put them out there. The experts at the German Oceanographic Museum are saying he's highly likely dead. But the thing is, we don't know if it was you directly or you just being an idiot. Was it you being an idiot where you just put him out there even though experts said, "Hey, he's too weak. He just wants to die." Again, that dog that walks out to the woods to die. You don't say, "Nah, bruh, you got some things to do. You got you got some more life to live." You don't bring the dog back. If you even go out there, you go out there with the dog and you sit in silence and you wait. And when the last breath has been taken, you take a deep inhale and sigh because it's over. And your dog knew. This is what Timmy wanted. This is what the expert said. Timmy just wanted to die. He just wanted to die. He was done. Had a long life, eventful, traveled from sea to sea. You wouldn't believe the things that Timmy has gone through, the things that Timmy has seen. You wouldn't believe it. Maybe it was just you being an idiot. We don't know. The experts say it might have just been that. You took a dying whale and you put him in the middle of the ocean. I got no words. I got no words. But that's not it. That's not it. It's not just that. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was just a peaceful sinking to the bottom. Who knows? Who knows? Or maybe because you dumped Timmy right in the middle of a busy shipping lane, don't know how you missed the fucking boats. Maybe you're just evil. Maybe Timmy was causing some issues that we don't know about. Maybe there's some sort of back end deal or some shit like that where it's like I don't know. I don't know where these tentacles are weaved around. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was just, you know what? We wanted to look good. Now who cares? This whale keeps coming back though. The whale keeps coming back to die. How do we end it? There's actually a shipping lane. Nobody's gonna know that shit. Nobody's gonna know. Let's just dump them there. Maybe that. Maybe you're just evil, disguising yourself as a good person. You know, maybe you are a sheep in or a wolf in sheep's clothing. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe. I don't know. So it's either a peaceful sinking to the bottom, which not so peaceful since, Timmy can't breathe underwater, which is probably like why it wanted to rest where it could breathe. That hole. I know you don't know anything about whales. I know you don't know anything about whales. I don't either. I know we're not marine biologists, but I'm pretty sure the hole at the top is so that they can breathe. It's like our noses and our mouths or something like that. They got them on the top of their fucking back or some shit. So if that's true, if and I don't know whales. I don't know whales. You tell me. Maybe the whole blowhole thing is just a myth. Maybe it's something I just heard about or read about, and it's not true. But if it is, I can imagine. Yeah, if you're just so weak and tired and you're having to constantly swim in order to stay afloat, like just go get in the pool, in the deep end, where you can't stand, and just chill. Even if you go underwater or whatever, you realize like you're using muscles to stay afloat. You're using muscles to swim. Whatever it is. Eventually, you're gonna get gassed out. You're gonna get a little bit burnt out, man. You're gonna want to take a break. So when you're dead or dying, and you want to be dead, and you just wanna leave the whales you love behind. You want to leave the life you knew in the sea behind, and you want to go rest somewhere where you can breathe. Not just a little and going back under to the whale life. No, somewhere where you could just relax and breathe. Maybe, maybe that's what it is. If the whole blowhole thing is true, who knows? We'll leave it to the experts to decide. But if that is true, maybe you just took this whale that was chilling and breathing, knew that it was at the point where it couldn't survive very long by swimming around, and you just dumped it into the deep end. Be like, you good, bro? You good? So in that case, I guess it's not as peaceful as being able to just sit and breathe until you die. No, Timmy the whale in this case had to sink to the bottom, realizing that he wasn't strong enough to make it to the surface and take another breath, and basically just drowned while sinking. It doesn't seem as peaceful. It's not as grandma died in her sleep last night. It's not as, I don't know. I guess it depends on your flavor of a feel good story. What's a feel good story to you? A lot of people, this is amazing. Amazing, the best story ever. I'm so glad. So happy for this. I don't know. Make people feel good and then go drown the whale. Maybe it's just evil. I don't even know that people would care. Would anybody even care? Would anybody even care that Timmy didn't actually make it? Maybe he drowned. Maybe you put him in the busy shipping lane and he got ran over by a fucking boat and he's just in the little pieces. Who knows? Who knows? That's that's Timmy's journey. Who are we to disrupt that? Who are we to play God? That's Timmy's journey. How he wanted to go out is how he wanted to go out. Whether he drowned and sank to the bottom or got hit by a boat, who cares? We got him out of the Baltic Sea. We got him out. We got him out. And we showed people that we care. We showed people. I don't think people would care. I don't think anybody, that's why those type of headlines don't really, you can't call that news worthy. It's not something that people find exciting. What did that one person say? Extraordinary. This isn't extraordinary to them. This isn't, they don't care. They don't, it's not about the happy ending, for real. It's about the illusion of a happy ending. So they know. They know. And that's why it's like you could even try to say something against it. That's just not true. The marine biologist actually said that the whale was just too weak and probably should have just been left alone because this is what would have happened if we weren't there. No, no, the whale wanted friends and the whale wanted to be brought to the ocean and it wanted to know that people love him or her or whatever gender that they want to go by, and we love Timmy the whale, and that's why we have one rich person that isn't evil and cares a lot, and we love him. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear it. They just they want to close their eyes. They want to imagine a world where Timmy is safe. Where Timmy is he's happy. He has a nice whale family. He met a nice pretty girl whale. They had pretty or little whale babies. I don't My mind is getting muddled in this fantasy. I don't know. It's getting hard to imagine. It's getting hard for me to imagine. And that's probably why I don't fit in. I don't have the imagination for it. Because all I see is just whale pieces. Or I see a sad sinking whale. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I think if you told somebody, or if it's like, hey, by the way, that GPS tracker, it it just like went out. The whale is probably dead. The whale's not alive. It actually didn't end well. Well, it's I don't. How do you justify it? They don't want to know. They don't want to know. You can't say, well, it's still all you get. You get tongue tied. You get wrapped up in all of the contradicting beliefs. Because this was for the greater good. This was for the greater good. We weren't playing God. We were showing mercy. That was maybe the only thing that's God-like. God shows mercy. We show mercy. Here you go, Timmy. You're welcome. You're safe. We love you. We love you. And now that it is a sad ending, now that it is a bad ending, it's not a story at all. Let's just watch the movie. Watch about halfway through where everything seems good. Right before, the climax where everything changes and the hero has to overcome whatever the fuck, in an actual random or regular story plot. Let's just end it halfway through where everything is good for the character. The multimillionaires show up. They spend the money. They don't care about the money like the Bezos and the Musks of the world. They aren't evil like them. They care. They care. And you care. Everybody cares. Everybody loves this whale. This whale is just down. Just feels a little down. And there's doctors that are trying to say that this whale is weak. No, not in this movie. This whale is just down. You don't understand. I've been there. It's just depressed. Sometimes I'm the same way. I just can't get out of bed. No, no. It's not sick. It's just depression. You don't know. You don't know what depression looks like. You don't know. You can't get out of bed sometimes. You don't want to go to the bathroom sometimes. You don't want to eat sometimes. You don't want to shower sometimes. Timmy just had to take a break. He wanted to know that somebody cared. In this movie, he wanted to know that somebody loved him. In this movie, we end it halfway. Timmy gets picked up. Multi-millionaires that love him spend 1.5 million, get him on a huge ship, take him out into the middle of the ocean. Don't worry about shipping lanes. Don't worry about any of that. It's just the middle of the ocean as far as the eyes can see. Nothing but amazing whale friends and family and all of the things that a whale could ever want. In this movie, we stop it halfway because Timmy goes free into the water. And we immediately go to credits. We immediately say, this is the type of story that we needed. This is the type of story that we love. Don't worry about the ending. Don't worry. And somebody's going to come up to, did you see the ending of that movie? Don't. No. That's not why I go to these type of movies. That's not why I watch this. I don't want to know. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. I walked out when I knew that it couldn't get any better. I left that movie as soon as I saw it was the best it'll ever be. You can't get better than that. Go out on top, they say. Go out while you're ahead. That's what I did. Timmy was safe. Timmy was loved. I cared. I wanted this. I told my friends. I shared it with some people. I talked about it. Hey, did you actually hear about this whale that was stranded at the Baltic Sea? No, I didn't hear about that. And you felt interesting for a second. You felt like you had something to share. You felt like you were the one that people were noticing. And you liked it. You liked it. And you loved Timmy even more for that. Because it was like you could share that together. You could share that with Timmy. That moment that you felt, telling everybody, oh yeah, in the Baltic Sea. It was sad. And scientists were saying, oh, he's just too weak. He can't be moved. And there was these rich people, these multimillionaires, multimillionaires. Yeah, multi. What did they do? They came and stabbed the beast. They killed it, right? Surely, multimillionaires. No, they actually spent 1.5 million euros and they loaded it up on a ship. Yeah, and they took him out. And then what happened? They took him out. They released him to the sea. Wow. They released him to the sea. That's the end of the story. That is the end of the story. What happened? They released him. They released him. Nobody in the right mind is saying, hey, do they have a tracker? How did the tracker go? Is he still able to function as a whale like he would normally do as a healthy whale? Or was he really out there for a reason? Was he really too weak to go out into the middle of the ocean? Imagine being sick on your deathbed. Imagine being riddled with cancer. Imagine having some sort of terminal illness. Or, you know what? Imagine just being depressed, like you said. Imagine, you know what? I just didn't feel like getting out of bed. Imagine that, and you just got dropped right into the middle of the ocean. Imagine that. How about that? How happy is that ending? They just released him. They just released him. They loved him. They loved him. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe maybe it is normal. Who would say what happened next? Who would say, well, was there a shipping lane there? Who would say that? Wow. They released the whale. That's so that's so amazing. That's so amazing. I think I think maybe you are naive to think that people want to get more than that. That they actually want to have more than that. That's all they ever wanted. They just wanted a taste of goodness. They just want a taste. It's like recycling. You got the blue lidded bin, and you separate your plastics, and you yell at your kids because they put a water bottle in the regular trash, and you say, hey, 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 we recycle. You tell them, you point them to the right trash can. And you do what makes you feel good, because that's what this is about. It's about feeling good. It's about feeling like you are a good person. And you take the trash out. It's trash day. It's Wednesday. It's time to go out and put the trash out. And you got the regular trash and you got the recycling. And you go out there and you feel confident. You feel you feel affirmed. And all of the feelings and beliefs that you have about yourself. I am a good person. I do the right thing. And this is the moment. This is, you heard of the walk of shame. This is the walk of pride. That walk you take to your trash can, putting it to the edge on the curb. That's what this is. Because the recycled stuff that you put out, it goes to the dump with all the rest of the trash. Nothing happens to it. And you don't care. You don't ask. You don't ask. If your kids ask, they say, "Well, what happens after?" Well, it gets recycled. Well, like where do they take it? It looks like they're just putting it in the same dump truck. What do you mean they recycle it? What do you mean? Like it doesn't make sense. And you shut down their questions. They recycle it. That's the end of the story. They released him. That's the end of the story. Don't worry about the fact that it doesn't change anything. Don't worry about that. We just need something to feel good.